Hello my lovely Libras, how are you? How are you really? This is our weekly tarot reading. I hope all is well with you lovelies. We're going to go ahead and jump into this reading so we can see what we have in store for us, okay? What do we have for Libra gang this week? What else do we have for Libra gang? What other messages do we have for Libra gang for this week, guys? And can I get my 3 more cards? This one. Ooh. Okay, Libra gang. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so Libra gang, the message really that I'm getting off of here is that it's almost as if this is pretty much like the energy of having to walk away from something that we really didn't want to have to walk away from here, okay? Because with the lovers, this speaks of an offer being made or some type of proposal or some type of good news here, okay? This speaks of an offer, okay? But with this being in reverse, it's almost as if this is a relationship or a marriage or even a job, Libra. It's almost as if that promotion that we were looking for, or that raise, or this relationship offer or marriage proposal that we were looking for, it's like this person may have actually taken a longer time to present us with this offer, and it's kind of like basically slowly moving on from here, okay? For some of our Libras, you may have felt tied to a situation because we were waiting for a particular offer to come through here, okay? But it's almost as if like maybe we saw that, I'm really getting the energy that we just kind of saw that something was not working anymore, you know? And pretty much like our reading from last week, you know how he has the chess piece in his hand. It's almost as if like we were waiting for some type of offer to be made here, and it got to the point to where it's like I can either wait for this person to make this offer, wait for this person to commit, or wait for my boss to give me this job opportunity, or wait for my boss to give me this raise, you know, or I can just take matters into my own hand and, you know, give myself this judgment or opportunity that I'm seeking on my own, okay? So I could be talking to some Libras who maybe it was a raise that you were wanting on your job and your boss didn't give it to you, so it's like you took your power in your own hand and maybe became your own business owner here, okay? Or started focusing on how you can make that money on your own that you were wanting on that job, okay? And this is really about just taking our power back here, okay? But yeah, it's almost as if, Libra gang, almost as if this kind of speaks to me as like kind of being stuck to something, or in the past we were stuck to something that we really was waiting to see come alive. Kind of like Scorpio's reading, if y'all want to check out their bonus reading. But it's like we really wanted to stay and make something work, or we really wanted to see something come alive here, you know. But it's like we kind of got to the point to where maybe it just took too long, or maybe it just wasn't happening. So it's like we just took that power into our own hands. It was like, I can't sit here and continue to be in this state of longing or wanting or needing something from this job or from this person. So it's just like standing in my own power here, you know. And for some of our Libra gangs, it's almost as if we were pretty much bound to a situation because of we're wanting things to get better, you know, kind of tied to the idea of what it could become, okay? Kind of like Cancer's reading a while back, you know, but it's like maybe a person or a job here just was not really offering what it is that we were looking for, you know. And it's not that we wanted to walk away, it's not that we want to walk away now, you know. That wasn't the plan, that wasn't what we wanted. What we wanted was for our boss to give us this raise, or for our boss to give us that promotion, or to give us that better position, or to, you know, or we wanted this business to work out, or we wanted this loan to be approved, or we wanted, you know, some type of good news, some type of really good offer here, you know. But it's almost as if it took entirely too long, or either it just did not happen here, okay? And it's like, for most of our Libras, it's like we did not want to walk away, you know, because it's really hard to walk away from a thing or a person that you have a lot of hope in, or you have a lot of faith in, you know. It's really hard, and it's almost as if we wanted to avoid at any cost having to walk away, you know. But it's kind of like, how much of our time are we willing to sacrifice here to make this work, you know? And it almost seems as if our Libra gang has gotten pretty much fed up, you know, and just realizing our power here. Like, I don't have to stay here and wait for this to work. I don't have to wait for this person to commit. I could just go out on my own, and there's other people to commit. I don't have to sit and wait for this boss to give me this raise. I can just go get a different job that is paying more, or start my own business. I don't have to wait for this loan to be approved. I can just, you know, find a different house or car that doesn't require, you know, them to, you know, check my credit, things of that nature. It's almost as if, Libra gang, we've learned how to be resourceful from this situation here, you know. And this is pretty much the reading of self-reliance, you know, independence, inner will, strength, and really just taking matters into our own hands here, okay? But it really looks like an offer was not being made, or either it was taking too long. And of course, with us being air signs, we're very swift, okay? So if something is not working out, although we don't want to walk away, if we are seeing that this is not working, if we're seeing this person doesn't want to commit, if we're seeing this person doesn't want marriage, if we're seeing that this boss is not giving us this raise, it's like, it's only so much of our time that we can sacrifice here, you know. It's only so long, you know. But, you know, it's like just some type of aha came over us, some type of epiphany here, you know. Especially with this, oh, you guys, this is not the world card, this is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so for some of my Libras, okay, it seems almost as if now that we're walking away, now that boss is wanting to give you that raise, or now the company is wanting to approve your loan, or now this person is wanting to commit. Okay, this is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, meaning that things are turning out in our favor. The offer that was not there at first is there now. But the question here, Libra, is, you see how she had to walk away. You see how she had to walk away. You know, it's almost as if I can sense in her how broken her spirit and how broken her happiness was from having to walk away from here. You know, she really had to leave behind something that she had burning desire for. She did not want to have to walk away, you know, and she gave her all, she gave her last, you know, and she tried everything to make this work, you know. So it's just kind of like she had the mentality of, you know, when they say, when I love hard, but when I decide to give up, like, that's it. That's pretty much like what happened here, Libra gang. It's like this offer was not being made. You know, if it's a person you're in a relationship or marriage with, this person was taking their precious time, you know, probably not wanting to commit, probably not taking things serious. Or if this is on a job, you know, your boss probably didn't want to give you that promotion, you know, and things of that nature. So it's like you didn't want to have to walk away, but it's just kind of like, you know, nothing was happening. You know, it was stagnant energy here. That's all I'm seeing here. And Libras, we're not the ones to sit where there's stagnant energy. We're not the ones to just stay where things are not working well. We do know how to commit. We know how to stick to things. So if we are really wanting this option and it's not playing out in our favor, like, air signs are not the signs to be in situations for long where they are unhappy, you know. So, but it looks like, Libra gang, it looks like we tried our best. It looks like we invested a lot of time into this, okay? Especially because you see here how he's holding his wand, he's in his power, you know, and he actually looks pretty young. But if you look closely, he's actually grown little gray hairs in his beard and on top of his hair, you know. So although he's young, this situation, stressing over this offer, stressing and investing so much time with himself into wanting to make this work, it wore him out completely to where he had no choice but to walk away. He left, literally, she is walking away with nothing but her clothes on. So for some of you Libras, maybe you came out of a relationship or marriage where you literally just walked out with just your clothes, okay? Maybe you moved out after a nasty divorce or breakup. Maybe you had to move out and that's all you had with you, your clothes, you know? But, you know, it's just moving on from something that drained all your time, all your energy, all your resources, all your love, all your, you know, it's like I'm seeing here, Libra gang, that we invested literally our all into this connection or into this job just to not see things pay off, you know. She's walking away with just her clothes, you know. You see how she's leaving behind this, and this is sunk. She has nothing in her hands. She has nothing, you know. But she walked towards the sun. She didn't want to, but it's like her hands were tied, you know. And it's like she had no choice but to stand strong and move forward, or he had no choice but to stand strong and move forward, you know, and take matters into his own hands, you know, because this situation was stressing him out. You know, investing your all into something and not seeing it pay off, that's very stressful, okay? For some of you guys, I could be talking to you, maybe you invested into something and you were waiting for it to, you know, skyrocket, and it just wasn't happening over a few years, and you're just like, I'm just gonna have to pull my money out of this, okay? Or maybe you invested your money and maybe you lost a lot of money in that process, you know, and it's just like, I'm gonna have to walk away from investing in this stock. I don't want to, of course not, but for my own sanity, out of respect for myself, out of love for myself, you know, I have to, you know. It's almost as if, Libra gang, we had to pretty much, it's almost as if we left out of integrity, you know, because these are two strong men and they're very notable for the respect that people give them, you know. So it's almost as if being in this connection or on this job left us feeling vulnerable and like we're not really, you know, it may have, to some of you Libras, it's almost as if it just made you lose your self-esteem or your confidence or your respect for yourself. And it's just like, look, I'm losing everything. Like, I'm walking away with nothing. It's like this situation stripped us of literally everything. The confidence, the success, the happiness. All she has is clothes, but she's walking towards the sun, you know. And with this wheel of fortune, when I'm standing in this power, it's just kind of like I lost everything trying to love this person or trying to maintain this job. And it's like I had to stand in my power, and I gained it all back. But now we have this wheel. Now my boss wants to come around and give me this offer. Now this person wants commitment. Now this person wants marriage. Now this person wants to be serious. But the question here, Libra gang, are we going to go back? You know? Are we going to go back? Because with this wheel of fortune, it's just like where there was no offer, there is now an offer. Where this person wasn't serious, now they're serious. Where they didn't want marriage, now they want marriage. Where they loan wasn't approved, now it's approved, you know. But we have already walked away. We've already walked away. You know, we've already had to go and build ourselves back up, build our happiness back up, build our confidence back up. And we did this alone. We had to do this by ourselves. You know? So, I don't know why I'm getting this, but it's just kind of like the question that just asked me is like, do I even need this anymore? You know? And kind of thinking ourselves like, do I even want it as bad as I used to? You know? And you know what, for some of my Libras, you may be thinking like, did I really only want this because I wasn't, you know, standing in my power, I wasn't confident, or I wasn't in the best energy? Okay, so it's almost as if you could be asking yourself like, if this was a job that you didn't make much on, but you wanted the raise, it's just kind of like, did I only stick around because I thought that was my only option, or did I think that that was the only way I could make money, you know? Or if this is a relationship or marriage that we're coming away from, it's just like, did I really want that offer to come in that bad, or was I just desperate, basically? Or was I just insecure? Or was I just in a low energy, okay? Because if I would have had respect for myself, if I would have been in my power, if I would have been independent and mentally strong, I would not have stayed and waited. I would not have stayed and sacrificed so much. I would not have walked away with nothing. If I would have truly loved myself, I wouldn't have wasted so much of my time. You know, I wouldn't have invested so much but got nothing in return, or not, you know, unrequited love. I wouldn't have invested so much into this person knowing that they were not investing it back, you know, if I was in my power to begin with. You know, you may be questioning yourself like, if I was who I was today, would I have even wanted this job, or would I have even wanted this person, or would I even have stuck around this long if I knew who I was, or if I was who I am today, you know? And now that this offer is also coming back around, Libra gang, it's just kind of like, you just really may be viewing it differently here, okay? But it's like the wheel, okay? So it's like everything that was, it's no longer like that, okay? Where there was no offer, there is an offer. Where we were crazy and desperate, now we are not. It's like the wheel has changed. The wheel has changed, you know, and she is on top of it, enjoying every bit of it. She's enjoying every bit of it. Because it's like, at last, I have broken free from something that literally took all of me. I've gained my power back, I've gained my strength back, I've gained my confidence back, and it feels great. It feels great. I gained everything back that I lost waiting for this opportunity to come alive, you know? And now that this person has come back around with this business deal, or with this promotion, or this commitment, it's just kind of like, I don't even know if I want that anymore. Do I need it? Because I have everything I need now. Look at how many coins she got underneath her. Okay, so if you did lose a lot of money or material wealth during some type of divorce or breakup, look how much money she's sitting on now. She's standing on top of her money. She's meditating on top of her money. She's relaxed and comfortable on top of her money. So it's just kind of like, do I even need this person anymore? You know, do I even need this offer anymore? You know, and you know what, Libra, I could be talking to some Libras who were really in a codependent relationship, to where you felt like you needed this person, okay? So maybe you were at your lowest, you know, to where you needed this offer to make you happy, or you needed this person to commit to you, to make you feel valued. But it's like, when you walked away, it's like you gain some type of really good clarity, okay, in regards about really who you are, you know? It's just like, I have everything I need now. I have everything I need now. I'm happy on my own now. or I have enough money on my own now. You know, now I have the choice to choose if I want this person, not if I need this person, or if I need this job, or if I need that loan to be approved. But now it falls on to if I want this person, or if I want that job, because I am no longer in the energy of desperation. I am no longer in the mentality of lack. I have everything I need, and I'm standing firm in my power, and I'm taking my life into my own hands. I walked away because this job or this relationship or marriage was no longer serving me, you know. And so now that it's back around and it's presenting itself to me, you know, do I even want it anymore? Do I want it? It's kind of like, did I only choose this because I was in a mentality of lack? Or did I only settle for this? You know, if you're dealing with somebody who's non-committal, or, you know, or a job that was paying little, it's like, did I only settle for that because I was desperate? Or did I only settle for that because I did not know who I was? You know? Because now that this offer has presented itself again, it's just like seeing it in a different light. See the coins? Instead of stressing over that one job, it's many jobs. Instead of stressing over that one person, it's many people. You know? So did I really want this, or was I just in a mentality of lack? Because now I have everything I need. Now I'm in my power. So did I really want this, or was I just operating from a very low energy? Or was I just operating from a lesser version of myself? The person I am today, this person right here, I would not settle for somebody who doesn't want to commit. I would not invest that much time, not with who I am today. So did I only settle for this because I did not know who I was? Do I want this now? I'm in a different energy now. I'm a different version of myself now. I'm a more evolved version of myself. Does this even align with me anymore? Is this even something I want anymore? Does it even fit into the life that I have created for myself? Does this person even fit into the life that I created for myself now? This happiness that I've achieved on my own, this happiness, this love, this success, this prosperity, everything that I've earned on my own, does this person even align with that? Are they worthy of even being around this type of energy? Are they worthy of having access to who I am today? You know? And for some of my Libras, it's just like, or is this person only coming to me with this offer now because I'm in my power, you know? It's just a lot of questions here. Like the phrase that I'm hearing in my head is, if I would have known who I was, I would not have stuck around so long waiting for this to come alive. If I knew my power, if I knew my potential, if I knew about the other possibilities out there, if I knew about the other options, if I knew who I was, I would not have settled for that. So it's like, now that I remember who I am, is this offer even good enough? Is this good enough for who I am today? You know? So this is a lovely reading, Libra gang. This is very powerful, and those are some questions to really think over, you know, but overall this is a reading of independence and fierceness, and really taking control of our lives and really remembering who we are. Look how happy she is. Okay, so the tables have turned. Literally, this is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the tables have turned, Libra gang, and the offer that was not there at first is now on the table. So the question is this offer even good enough anymore? Is it good enough for who we are today? Is it aligned with who we are today? Do we still want this? You know? So I hope this helped you out, Libra gang, and shed more light and clarity on your situation here. And also I hope that this motivated you. Just know that you're doing absolutely wonderful. And it's amazing how we go from pretty much begging for something to happen, to standing in our own power and making stuff happen on our own. You know, that's very beautiful. That's a very beautiful transformation here, okay? So, yeah, thanks so much for watching, Libra gang. Until next time, toodles!